Hello everyone, welcome to Morning Coffee Break. It's a kind of an overcast day. I believe it's 41 right now. There's a cutest little bird out there right now that I like. It's not much bigger than a hummingbird. You probably wouldn't be able to see it very good. It's black and white. It's just so cute. I've noticed that one and those couple that I said look like little woodpeckers. They stay down here. I hope I can point this right. That stump down there, it obviously has probably some bugs in it, because they will go all over that stump. They're picking around on it, so I know there's something in that stump that they like. I hope it ain't termites, but at least it's away from the house. That's a good thing about having a brick house too. But I don't know if you can see that little bird. I don't think it's going to let me get close enough to. Yeah, as soon as I move, it takes off, but it'll be back. It goes over there. They hang around, like I said, over there sometimes. So let's see what it's looking kind of. I don't know. We're supposed to have some rain in the next few days. I'd really like to have some for my garden, what's left of it. I'm feeling pretty good today. Still a little tired, but I'm getting there. If that's the only problem I have today, I'll be doing really good. Okay, garden, I didn't cover it last night because it was supposed to be low of 36, so I just thought I would see. And actually, the cauliflower looks a little bit better this morning. I need to cut those leaves off the bottom that are dead. But it's perked up a little bit. The cabbage is looking fine. It's looking good, cabbagey. A little bitty cabbage in there. And I'm thinking they liked being uncovered last night, it looks like. So if the temperature's, let's say above 34 or something like that, or 30, above freezing, I'll leave them uncovered now, because they obviously did okay last night, and it was 36. Get some of these leaves off of the radishes. These ones I transplanted, some of them are looking better. I need to cut some of the dead leaves and stuff off like that. Oops. Trying to make a comeback, aren't you, little fellers? Gotta talk to them. Encourage them to grow. Grow, everybody, grow. You can do it. Onions are hanging in there. They're trying to grow. And these guys over here are looking good. All y'all are looking good. A few of these leaves off. These are turnips, beets, and Russian kale. I guess they're doing pretty good. If I get my energy back, I might try to transplant some more of these guys over here, because the other ones seem to be doing okay. I mean, I don't know if they'll come out of it or not, because they all get shocked, especially when it's colder out. And I wish it would get sunny out here today and give a little bit of sunshine time. And I'm starting to put my coffee grounds out here. Especially after everything's gone, I'm going to put, we make a lot of coffee grounds, so put them out here, and it'll help enrich the soil with nitrogen. That's what I've heard. So I'm going to try it. I'll try it. Because I'm going to use this same place, obviously next year. And I don't want to, if I don't have to, I don't want to have to put any more soil on it. Because that's sometimes not cheap if you get the good stuff. But it's got plenty on it, but of course I had plenty of plants in here to leach out the minerals and stuff. But I'm gonna see how it goes. Okay, everyone. I'm going to go get set up inside now, and we'll have story time and just talk about the day. So I'll see y'all in a bit. Okay, everyone, I got a few things to go over in here. Today is going to be the last day for the hashtag 2K giveaway sign up. I'm going to do the drawing tomorrow. Tomorrow, Logan won't be able to do his snack review. He won't be able to do it until Thursday. Hi, Joy. And Joy said hi to everybody. And because we're taking him to 2 different places, you know, and it's just he'll be really wore out. So, you know, he said he would rather do it. I told him, could we either do it today or Thursday, and he said he would rather do it Thursday. So, you know, I never make him do, you know, anything. I let him make his own decisions about when he does the show. So look forward to that. It's going to be another all viewer, all subscriber sent snacks for Logan to review, and that's just awesome. 2 in a row, you know. We really love that. That's awesome, and that you know, that way people can see what our other people in our community like to snack on, you know, and it's from different places in the country. You'll see things you've never seen before, obviously. So so all you have to do to enter the hashtag 2K giveaway, and it's is be subscribed to me, and in the comments put the word hashtag 2K giveaway, not the word hashtag, the pound sign hashtag 2K giveaway, all in one word. That way it shows up in blue, and I can see easier, you know, how you know, so I won't miss an entry. I don't want to miss anybody's entry, obviously, and I don't think I ever have. I'm pretty thorough, if y'all know me. And anyway, it's for a $25. You're gonna fall. She's hanging onto the chair, to the back of the chair. There goes the sweater that she tried to jump on. She was bouncing on that chair yesterday. I don't see how. It's a wooden chair. I mean, at the top, it's only that thick. But anyway, where was I? It's for a $25 gift card, a Walmart gift card. Let's see. YouTube doesn't have anything to do with my giveaways. They're all from me on my own. They don't sponsor anything like that. It's only going to be in the United States. I'm sorry about that. I put a number beside your name, and I'll pick a random number. So, yeah, I think I went over everything. Be a subscriber, please, and in your comments put hashtag 2K giveaway, and I'll enter you. But I think it's been plenty of time for, you know, the ones that don't watch as often. You know, they watch, some of them will watch a bunch of them, you know, and then they're busy, I guess, you know, when they have time is when they watch them, and I totally understand that. Because I can't get around all of them. If I miss your video, feel free to remind me if you have a new video in your comment. I don't mind that at all, because that way it helps me, you know, to remember, oh, they have a video. Because I get so many notifications. I probably get, I don't know, 400 a day. So I just can't keep up with all of it, and there's not enough hours in the day. I do my best. I watch at least probably 30 a day, 30 videos a day. So, and that's, you know, and when I got floaters too, so when the floaters start, you know, right now it looks like little pieces of cobweb floating around both eyes, and that's not fun at all. And if by the end of the day, they'll be, you know, I know when it's time to quit, when they get bigger and they're just, you can't even hardly see right. So I got exercises I'm supposed to be doing that Tumbleweed sent it to me, and they seem to work some. It's off this, I don't remember the guy's name. I think he's a doctor, I'm not for sure. But floaters don't just go away usually. Okay, I talked about that. The drawing is tomorrow. So if you haven't entered, please do. I don't have anything else down here, but I'm sure I'll think of something. Today, I'm going to be telling y'all about, on Storytime. Y'all like Storytime? Sooner or later, I'm going to run out of stories unless I remember new things. But, you know, we can evolve. We can evolve. And I will. What I'm thinking, y'all, is you let me know what you think. You could send your story to me. You could send your story to me on any of my social media. I would prefer, well, you could do it in your comments if you wanted to. If you don't like getting on different social media, you could tell me your story in the comments, but it would probably be easier, you know, through any social media that I've got, like email, and that way, you know, if you think people will see your story and then I tell it, but I'll probably tell them in the order that I see them. You know, I'll probably like, if I get so many, yeah, I'll just have to see how it goes. I'm just now brainstorming this anyway. That's how stuff hits me. But like after I get a week's worth, I'll probably stop saying anything about it, you know, until I get caught up or something. We'll see how it goes anyway. But if you've got a cool story about your life, send it to me on, you know, either you can do it in the comments if you don't like it, like I said, or send it to me in email, messenger, Instagram, anything, you know, any of that I've got. What are we going to call it? I've got to figure out a catchy phrase for it. What do y'all think? Not viewer story time? Think of it. Help me with a name too. Let's say right now, I don't know, I just write down your story time. We'll see. I'll think about a catchy phrase. That might be okay, but we'll see. But, you know, like if we're going to lose certain things that we can do, we got to think of other things we can do. Right? So let's do that. So anyway, on to story time. I want to tell you what it's like delivering to a major chemical and plastics company. You know, it's big, you know, big worldwide companies. So, first of all, you had to go through a rigorous, you know, like, what do you call it? Where you have to learn everything about the place, you know, because if you're an independent contractor, you're not working for them, so you got to know what's going on. Your company's going to want you to know what's going on, and you also have to. We also had to even pass tests, you know, written tests after the meetings to make sure that you were paying attention. Or I think they might have had one big one, you know, at the end, but it took like a week, you know. So anyway, I passed that and everything, so I was allowed to go there. It's a good thing because I had just got the job, you know. If I hadn't have passed, I wouldn't have had a job, I don't guess, unless they'd have put me somewhere else. I don't know what would have happened, you know, but anyway, you know, when you start at 4 in the morning, it's dark, obviously. And when you go to this place, it was like going into a science fiction movie. You know, you see them going and fighting and things in these big old, like the abandoned plants or big old plants and stuff. And there's lights and smoke and flashing lights and red lights, green lights, yellow lights, signs here, signs there, everywhere. You have to really pay attention to what's going on. And in the dark, it's hard to do. I mean, it's hard to see things like numbers on buildings, especially when you're learning. This was the most challenging. You know, I worked for a vending company, and this was the most challenging route and way of learning how they did things that I had ever done of any other job. I mean, there was so much more involved, and y'all can't believe it, especially in a place like that. You know, so that's where I made my big money. You know, so I made sure I knew what was going on. I was on top of everything. I listened to all the people in there, their suggestions, what they wanted in their machines, this and that. And but anyway, yeah, you'd go in there and it'd be like going into a science fiction movie. And naturally, they wanted us there as early as possible to get you out of there. They just come do your job, don't mess around here all day, get out. You know, then they wanted everybody in there and out of there by a certain time, unless there was some reason for you to be back there. You know, for you had to have a reason to go back for something. And they would ask, you know, they could stop and ask you. You know, they had plenty of security and cameras everywhere and this and that. So, you gonna drink my coffee? So we also had a coffee service. You know, I would deliver snacks, like drinks and even milk and sandwiches and stuff. You know, all that stuff, burritos and this and that. You know, for the machines that had the ones that had refrigerated machines. And I even had a frozen machine one place. I'll tell you about it in another one. But you know, they only gave me like 2 weeks or something like that to learn all this. And usually on a route that complicated, you would get probably 4. But they I think they were short on help is when I started. And they just said, listen, that's all you got, you know. So y'all know me good, I like to write things down. I mean, you know, I write. The only problem is when they're driving and you're in a big, not a big truck. This was like those bread trucks looking, you know. That's what they use for vending machines. But it would be bouncing around so much, you're over here like this. Take a turn on it. Oh, the right. And then go left. Okay. And then, so I'm trying to write, you know, and it looked like I was writing left-handed. Okay. I mean, it really did. You know, try to write left-handed. That's how it looked because it would bounce around all the time. And you had to write it as you were going because how are you going to do it? You know, what else are you going to do for directions? And I had that and also had like one for what you do. Here's what you do. You know, to make sure I remembered what to do. I was younger, so I could remember a little better than I do now. But, so what I ended up having to do is try to decipher it, and I had to make another list after I made the first list. And it took basically a whole thing for my 5 routes, 5 days. They were different every day. I mean, I didn't just deliver there. This is just one of the places. I had 3 major companies and then smaller things, you know. We would go to small accounts that was just like a real estate place or anything. As long as they let us put his vending machine in there, we're in there, right? I mean, a garage, any place. I mean, you know, where they work on cars or whatever. It doesn't matter if we could get in there and get the account. But, so, what was I getting at? Oh, I was talking about the coffee service, though. That's where I made good money, you know, off the coffee. And so I had to be in and out of them early, too. Because I had to go, what I had to do is go there before they opened. And, you know, I had things to open everything, you know, because I had clearance. But I would have to go in and then work all the machines in that whole building. There was like 5 floors, I think, in this building. So I would go like up at the top. Let me see, how would I do it? I think I don't remember how exactly I did it from the top to bottom or bottom to top. But anyway, I would have to go to all these vending machines on all the building and service them and the coffee machines that were automated, that we just put the money in, and it actually ground enough beans for 1 cup for each one and made a fresh cup of coffee right there, Folgers. But anyway, so I'd have to get all that done so I wouldn't be in the way of all these hundreds of people coming in this place. When they came in, I learned if you were filling that machine when they came in that coffee machine, you may as well just close it up and just stand there for an hour until everybody gets what they want. Maybe not an hour, but it seemed like an hour, maybe 30 minutes, because you're not going to get in your way of your customers that's buying your stuff, And so I figured out, well, I'm going to have to get here super early, get all that done. So that's out of the way. Everything's fresh, ready to go for everybody. They're not out of coffee in the machines. And then after that, after they came in, by that time everybody would be in. Then I would go to the same floors to get my coffee orders for office coffee. And we had everything for all that. We had, ours was Folgers at first, and then we had our private brand, whichever one. Our company's name, because they change companies after a while. But yeah, and so then I'd have to do the same thing. So I'd be there until I'd get there about, let's see, I had to go to the first place I was talking about for at least a couple hours. So I'd get there about between 6 and 6:30, and by the time I was done, it was getting on lunchtime, But by that time, I'd figured in my head, I've made pretty good money, doing this. So it was well worth my time. And so then I'd go on to something else. But we also serviced the drink machines. Some of them we just we would just collect the money and count it, do an inventory. Had to inventory everything. Everything when you at least once a week, I believe it was. You had to, take all the money out and then inventory it and everything. And that was, man, I was seeing numbers in my sleep every night. But, yeah, some of them we actually had to fill the machines if they had both different brands in the same machine, if it was our machine. And the others, we just had to, service them. And they just filled them and left, the paperwork and stuff. And it had to all jive. So, hopefully everybody's honest and everything. Or I'm the one that would lose money. And that happened. That could happen. Could easily happen. But just like any other job, when you're handling money, you're responsible for it. So you want to really pay attention to what you're doing. So this place has all kinds of crazy places in it. If you didn't have good earplugs, you're insane, because they would have these huge pumps and stuff. Because as I mentioned before, if they had the rivers, they would have these things that would pull the water to cool things, and those pumps it sounded like you would think an engine on the Titanic or something would sound like. I don't know why I use the Titanic. Just something loud, big and loud, So you better have some earplugs, or you're going to have. That's another reason I got the ringing in my ears, the tinnitus. You could have had the best earplugs in the world, and you would still be able to hear it. If you went in there without them, your ears would be ringing for about till the next time you came. And that's probably one of the reasons I got the tinnitus, and all the big trucks I drove, and loud trucks and stuff. But you wouldn't believe the noise and the heat. Some of the places over 100 degrees. And, so they got a Coke machine, Coke machine sitting there or whatever, because they got to have something to drink, So it's just, I don't know. It was rough. So anyway, you had to also be aware, that a lot of chemicals are odorless and tasteless. So if you started feeling funny or something, you better get out of that area. And they also would have, walls that would blow out before it would cause them to break up if something was to happen. which nothing ever did. So that's about the end of that story. There's a lot more I could tell about it, but you know, it's just technical stuff and stuff. But I hope y'all enjoyed this. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Just remember to enter, because I'm going to do the giveaway tomorrow. And I think that's it. Please press the like button, subscribe if you hadn't already, and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody have a great day. I don't know what I'll do. I never do, hardly. So we'll see what happens. God bless everyone. Bye-bye.